So, May is actually BPD Awareness Month, and I wanted to share how some of the symptomatology shows up. There's such a stigma around the disorder, which is why I believe it took up until a week ago to be diagnosed. Firstly, being self-harm. Self-harm can also be in the form of self-trashing, okay? Stick with me. This can look like binge eating, driving recklessly, letting others use you or use your body, excessive drinking, substance abuse. Self-harm doesn't always look like things that you can just see on your skin or when you look at a person. Frequent and intense mood swings / emotional outbursts. So for me, I think that this can vary so much, and again, isn't just what you read on paper. For me, this would very rarely, if ever, happen in front of anyone else, only when I'm alone. Really, the only time I had emotional outbursts that were in front of others were in front of like my partners, due to like reactive abuse from being pushed too far physically and mentally. I couldn't handle it. Hurting others. I never have seen myself in that way or that I hurt other people. My goal is to always uplift and help others. But what I've realized is when I have hurt others, even if it was in my own best interest, it's really at its core a coping mechanism. This is innately at my core in order to preserve my life. And this is definitely way more present in romantic relationships. What I've realized is it's kind of like the mentality, like, I'll hurt you before you even have the opportunity to hurt me and cause me more pain than I already have. I'll leave you before you can leave me. So that way, again, it minimizes the overwhelming pain. I have no problem cutting people off once I know that they've wronged me. There's no going back. You'll never see me again. And in hindsight, a lot of those times were accurate to cut these people off. And there's times where it was rushed and maybe it was a hasty decision. But for me, when I'm backed into a corner, it genuinely feels like life or death. I'm going to finish off with the lack of empathy or care, because this could not be more far off for people with BPD. We feel and care so deeply for others that sometimes that feeling can be so immense that we don't want to burden ourselves on others. So we'll isolate and just close ourselves off because we don't want to impede on others' lives because we just care so much. It's too much empathy where it's overwhelming. I have more to share tomorrow as I want to continue to spread awareness about BPD. It's such a hard disorder to live with when we're fighting battles every day throughout the day that people can't see, which is the hardest.